Okay,
Right.
recording week 8.
Week 8, boys and girls. Right.
Yep.
So Monday with Leanne. You know, some people weren't in, so we couldn't do a full like run. There's a few people missing
There was a few
from like
people
each
missing,
week.
and then I remember as well we'd done a game with Leanne as well where she would say a line, and we had to use our emotional listening. We had to use our active listening to figure out which part of the scene she was talking about.
Yeah, and
Some people were very good. Riley, I think you were the best one. It was you and Nieves. You two are the best ones. You two are really good with that bit.
yeah, and you know, it just like it's a good way to show that you know what's going on within the play at all times.
Hmm.
Yeah, even Leanne was like, do you know what? Yeah, Vez and Riley, you win, you win that game because not to blow my own whistle, but one mistake out of my whole thing isn't terrible.
I made a few
Um,
mistakes. I made a few.
um, so yeah, no, Tuesday not in.
We weren't in Tuesday.
Thursday,
And
what?
Wednesday's our day
Yeah,
off, so Thursday.
Thursday we focused on the ending of the
Yep,
play.
we did. We focused on
Um,
the ending. Because the ending is one of the roughest parts. Because we have
you
no
know,
idea
it's,
what the flip to do. How do we act it?
yeah,
How do we do all that shit?
and that took a lot of time because it's getting everything looking and sounding right. You know,
Yeah.
like the lovers, Theseus,
Yep.
Pollitter, and then all the mechanicals coming in at the right times.
Oh man. Oh
All
yeah.
all of these things that need to be timed and worked on. It
Mhm.
took a lot of time, and I think for people that for the mechanicals, it's quite a hard scene as where you know like I'm going to use Lauren as an example. Lauren doesn't have many lines, but then suddenly she has this big chunk of text,
She does. She has like this massive paragraph.
and so it's like a wall. Yeah. So Thursday, looking at the ending, finding the comedic beats in it. For example, when you go, me being, all being smart should
Oh
curse
yeah.
again.
Yeah. In that sense, I feel like something I would say is that I feel like it needs to be more. I feel like we both need to make a bit of an effort to make it more like your breaking character because when you stand in the same spot, I think it is a bit different. So I think maybe like a small step forward or something to
Yeah,
make like a little step forward to make it show your
I,
breaking character, and then jump back in, bang, this pyramid. I liked. Oh, nice, something like that. Oh, I
yeah,
think
no,
we could do that shit.
I completely agree with that.
Hmm.
Then the Friday we done like we done. It wasn't almost like a full run. It was doing scenes, but with
Hmm.
exercises. The lovers were given like fire and the
Yeah,
elements.
I remember. So we did fire, and then we did water, and then Ryan called it a day. And then me personally, I think fire is the best for the lovers. It just sets the energy up. It's the first scene. Bang! Fire.
Yeah, as where instead of giving mechanicals elements, he gave us centers.
I was with the
Centers.
mechanicals in that scene as well. I remember because Paige wasn't in, so I had to fill in for
Yeah.
Paige.
For example, like for me, I'm going to use the chess center for bottom because he is,
I'd say
test
chest
out.
or dick. Yeah, chest or dick.
Yeah, he's out there. He's,
He is.
you
Yeah.
know, he thinks he's the best in everyone. He's a RADA boy. He's like, oh, like I'm an actor and stuff like that. Do you know what though? I've got to say, this week we, this was one of the better weeks as a class. I think, yeah, attendance was a bit poor, but from the
Yeah.
people that were in, everyone worked together to make the lessons work.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like people have come in and wasted time because we've got stuff done like the Q games,
We did.
the exercises with Ryan, the
We
ending of the
did.
play are all so important
Hmm.
that we really cracked on. And I think, do you know what, this week was great. My strengths was definitely just the energy to go, okay, let's just do it, let's just smash it.
Yep.
But I think the weakness this week was that I started to like, I don't know,
We
like,
started growing impatient as a class because some people didn't know their stuff.
I'm gonna say that. That was a brilliant point. That's absolutely a brilliant
We,
point.
we started growing
But
impatient as a class. Like we start
yeah,
with some people we cannot say the names of. We grew very impatient with them.
and I feel like within this week, my impatience caused me to be
Hmm.
a bit more, you know,
Yep.
a bit more harsh on people. When realistically, if I was a bit nicer, I could have just gone, okay, took that minute, relaxed,
Yeah.
and just come at a better angle. So, just work on it. I'm just going to start talking to people, a bit more calmly, explaining it, and just helping them. I think if they need it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
That's week. That's week 8.
yeah, that's week 8, man.